This is All Access MMA.
It is always great chatting with my next guest, Kyler Phillips, the Matrix. He's back in action, UFC 271, February 12th, live from the backyard. Kyler, how are you doing, man?
What's up, man? I'm just enjoying this beautiful weather out here in Arizona.
I
Getting
bet.
prepared for UFC 271.
Yeah, and it's an awesome card, and we'll talk about that in a second here, but we haven't seen you, I think, since July was your last fight. Was that by design, or were you trying to get in there a little bit sooner?
I just stay ready and I stay grinding and keep getting better. I was trying to fight maybe like December or something, but it's just up to matchmakers and stuff, and I just stay ready. So this worked out perfectly.
Okay, well, that's good. Yeah, because I know that's why you have management, right? They sort of handle all that. You stay training, stay ready for the call, right? So it's just a matter of, and it's time to work on things, right? As well. Like it's not like you're taking time off. You're in the gym trying to improve the craft, right?
Always have been.
Yeah, because it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. We've talked about this before. I know the last fight was a tough one. What did you sort of take away the most from that fight against Paiva?
Oh, I took so much from that fight. I'm so glad that whatever happens in life, I always come out on top. You know what I mean? So it's just a win-win situation.
Was there anything you just sort of look back on in that fight? That you're bringing into this fight? Anything you sort of really took away from that performance?
Focus, lifestyle, communication, having a good team around me. I already have a good team, but getting everybody to work together, for me to just focus on one thing and other people working on their things. I have the best team in the world, so just strengthening different parts of my game, and it's gonna be the reason I'm gonna get back to gold.
I noticed just kind of looking back on that fight, 13 media members scored that a draw, and a few had the fight for you as well. Does that make it any easier, that performance, or does that not even matter?
That's a pass. That don't matter anymore.
Okay.
That guy knows, he knows what's good.
Okay, fair enough. I had to ask anyways.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your opponent here, Rojo, 16-7 record. What do you know about him? How do you feel like you match up against him here?
I know a lot about him. He likes to fight with the same style. He's a gritty, tough opponent, Argentinian dude who trains with what's his name? The dude just fought the champ, or he just lost his title. What's his name? Anyways, yeah. So yeah, he's game. He's gonna be hungry. I'm sure he wants to win. There's a lot of weaknesses, and he has some strengths as well. But I'm going to be prepared to attack all those weaknesses and have something in store for every strength that he has. So just depends on what he gives me in that moment. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be all over the place and all over him.
I know often for your camps, you do a bit of cross training, or you have, certain guys you work with. How have things gone leading into this fight? Fight's coming up here pretty soon.
It's been great. Yeah. With jiu-jitsu, with my coaching, and at the lab, and all those other dudes, the bodies we have, the people we have, the minds we have. Been just since this last, I've been just surrounding myself with greatness, and everybody's going to see on February 12th what I've been working on.
Who have you mainly got to work with this camp?
I got to work with Matrix, you know him?
Aren't you the Matrix?
Yeah, the dude in the mirror, man. I've been working on myself a lot, and
Okay.
so many different areas of my game that I'm gonna be prepared. So, but yeah, there's a lot of dudes fighting. Jared Cannonier's fighting right after me on that same exact card. Mario Batista, this other dude, this Mark is fighting the week after, and then just a bunch of dudes in the gym. We just help strengthen each other, and everybody's trying to go be the best version of themselves. And we are just there's nothing else I'd rather be doing right now. So it's a strong thing we have.
And you guys have a really tight team. You sort of mentioned some of the names there. How important was it to see Benson get that win in Bellator last week? A lot of people counting him out, comes out on top in that one. He's sort of the leader of your team. How much did that sort of trickle down with the rest of the team?
It just felt good because I got I got pretty inspired last week because I did a little vlog too at the fights and brought some people. That's going to be coming up. But my brothers came from California this past weekend just to come hang out. I got 3 little brothers, So they all got to hang out for a little bit. We all went to the fights. And then, yeah, Benson, I saw him that morning. You could just tell in his energy, he felt on point. And then just looking back on, man, I wouldn't have come to the lab, it feels like, for Benson. You know what I mean? Like, if it wasn't for Ben in his prime and like him being a UFC champion and just being a great person overall, being a leader in the gym, the guy's had so many wars and stuff and so many battles, but he's like a lighthouse, you know. He's shining the light, and so a lot of other ships can come in and look at, you know, what paths to take. And he's definitely one of those guys, and it was cool to see him perform like that.
And something I know happened not that long ago, but I know Drakkar Klose and Courtney Casey coming back to the lab. How good was that to have them back? Because I know there's good energy in the room with them, and you know, obviously, you know, Courtney as well as you know, sort of close to your weight class.
Yeah, I've known them for a long time, and just yeah, their energy and their connections with everybody, and their just kind of like a homely environment. So bringing that back to the gym is definitely it's definitely a cool feeling.
Weight cut's going well. I know we're talking, you know, about a fight next Saturday. I know you always make weight, but I'll always have to ask how things are going ahead of the fight.
You're all big, baby. So,
Yeah.
no, just flexing for no reason. No, I got a nutritionist this camp. This is my first time having a
Oh,
nutritionist. So I'm
cool. Okay.
working with this guy, Tarian. Um, my boy Rob, yeah, he's pretty sick. He's pretty smart too, and so it's cool to like get back to things like that, little things like that from my last performance, like having a nutritionist, being 100% on my strength conditioning program, and you know, using different skill sets and things, and just bringing them all together, being on the same page, you know, getting more organized with my mindset and everything. So, yeah, it's been an honor and blessing to be able to do this.
How much better do you feel during camp to, you know, have someone to, you know, it's one less thing you have to worry about if you're having people tell you what to
Night
eat.
and day, night and
Yeah.
day.
Oh, cool. Okay, good. Oh, that's awesome. Because I don't like. Did you have it? I don't recall you ever having like a really tough weight cut. But I'm sure again, you got to make sure everything's on point when you go into a fight. And one of the things, like I said, you don't want to worry about is the weight cut, right?
Yeah, I'm one of those guys. I know how to perform. When the lights go on, I just know how to perform, and whatever like happens, I make the best out of it. Um, but just so happened I was making habits throughout my career. Like I know how to cut weight. I know how to make 35 for so long that it just became easy for me to like go through that process. And there's some like areas that I could be strengthening in my nutrition and like recovery, especially recovery. So you're gonna definitely see a difference for sure as far as like energy and stuff like that.
That's cool, man. Kind of on, we were talking about training camp earlier. Who's going to be making the trip with you? Who will be in your corner for this fight?
The Maniac McGee, he's gonna be there. John Crouch, um, Anji Nico, who else? I think Rob Emerson,
Oh, awesome.
and then Jared, because Jared Cannonier's fighting. So we're gonna have like two crews out there basically. H Town's it's gonna be lit.
Why do you call Crouch Maniac McGee, or is that just something you call him?
Oh, that's his nickname. Yeah,
Oh, is it really? Where does that come
yeah.
from?
You know, he just he's a maniac, man. I think actually don't really know, but that's been his nickname, and he's kind of like he's got like the Super Saiyan like energy on like one of his shirts. It has like it's called like the aura, like
Okay.
and so that's like goes with the whole maniac thing. And if you've seen any of his fights, dude, he like just knocks people out with like 20-piece combos standing. He has one knockout where he knocked out a dude standing KO. He hits him like boom, 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 and the dude is out. Literally, boom, gets knocked out, and he's like this. He's the guy who's like this, out cold on his feet. He was crazy.
I gotta go check that out. I don't think I've seen any of his fights before, so that gives me
Yeah,
something to do.
yeah, he's undefeated, so he'll be coming up pretty soon.
How do you envision the fight playing out on February 12th?
I'm gonna get the win either way, and whatever he gives me, I'm gonna take, and that just depends on the moment. And I'll be patient, but I'll also be ready to just, you know, like a cat.
I can't remember if I asked you this last time. How many more fights do you have left on your contract? Do you know?
I don't know. I
Got a
got a
couple.
bunch.
Yeah, I would think
I
because
got a couple contracts, bro.
Yeah.
So
Well, I was going to say, because usually you renegotiate, I think on the last one. So I would imagine if you have a few more left, it's not something you're worried about right now.
no, not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, management handles that, so it's all
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. As far as the rest of the year goes, I know the focus is on February 12th. Do you have any goals this year that I don't know if you're a guy who does that, in terms of, planning ahead or anything? Is there maybe, fighting 3 times? Is there any sort of, goals that you have for this year?
Yeah, just to stay active and to stay ready and keep honing my skills and to keep growing as a human being and my character and my strengths and my weaknesses and just to continue to kind of like sharpen all the areas of being a professional so that when I get later on in my career, it's going to be working for me and I don't have to play any type of catch up war. I don't have to just kind of stay here. I'm trying to get way ahead for sure.
You mentioned adding a nutritionist. Any other sort of changes in whether it's, training camp or, daily habits? Is there anything you've kind of, like you said, little small things? Is there anything else you sort of changed for this camp?
Just being grateful, man, to be able to do what I do and like getting back that energy and sense of like, I love this, like when I go there, it's not there, it's not there, it's right here. Where what I'm doing right now in this moment, and when I'm there, it's the first, second, third round. When I go walk out, when I fight, when it's for a title, whether it's my next fight, it feels like my first, like my debut. It feels like that. You can feel the energy, and I just want to be there in that moment, and that just makes me happy, and I just love this. Yeah,
Do you do like daily gratitude? Like you write a couple things down every morning that you're grateful for?
yeah. I'm grateful to punch dudes in the face. Thank you. No, for reals. Yeah, just yeah, mindfulness and being able to do martial arts, and then trying to get better at so many different things. Like now, just like challenging myself, trying to get better sleep. Trying to get better at this, the whole sleep thing. Trying to get better at my nutrition. Trying to get better with my grappling, with my cardio, with my breathing, with my daily little habits, with my mental work. And then it's never going to be perfect, but you just continue to sharp, continue to grow. Have some fun, stay focused, do all that together, and it'll all come together, man. It's like I'm 26 years old. I'm having the best time of my life. This is me. There's nobody else that's gonna do it like me, so I might as well just go all in for sure.
Do it your way. Yeah. The reason I bring it up is I started doing daily gratitude like a couple of years ago, and it really changed my perspective on everything. Because especially with social media and all these things, like you really get caught up in things
Yeah,
that you shouldn't get caught up on. And if you
yeah,
just sit there and you think of what you have as opposed to what you don't have, because it's a rat race. Everyone's trying to be, ooh, I'm competitive, whatever. If you're really able to hone in on those things you already have and you're grateful for, it really changes your perspective on things. So that's why it kind of piqued my interest when you said that.
yeah. You see it. I mean, like we all do it. Like we have this.
Yeah.
You pull out, and every single person has two personalities. There's like me, and then there's like this me.
And the
There's
avatar
like
on Instagram or whatever, right? Like
yeah,
this
and
is the
it's
best version of
weird.
yourself. You're not posting photos of you crying. You're posting photos of you at your best, and it's really just it becomes very competitive, but you
And
often
it
lose
can
sight
be
of the most important
positive.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah, it could be positive, but it's not like 100% you, and so you shouldn't take that. And I'm not taking anything away from social media. That's a part of the game. You got to do that.
big time. Yeah.
But it's like there comes a time when you're looking at other people's lives and you're just looking, scrolling. Like I don't, I don't give a shit, man. Like I just like yeah, focus on you. Try to become better yourself because all that time you look and watch somebody else, you're not in the moment. You're looking at something else. So like and again, we go back. It's good to have uh, the phone and stuff too, so you can learn new things and read and stuff. But I've been reading a lot more lately too, as well. So um, that's been helping, and then cooking. I love cooking. So there's a lot of different things that I've been doing. I just got a mountain bike, Arizona out here. There's
Oh,
a bunch
cool.
of trails and
I
stuff.
was gonna
Yeah.
say, yeah,
So
that's a good spot to do the mountain biking because there's a lot of
yeah,
different spots out there. That's cool, man.
yeah, just little stuff like that. So just being alive is awesome, man.
That's awesome, man. I don't know if I told you this, but when I was growing up, my grandparents had a place in Mesa. So I used to go to Arizona like once a
Okay.
year. And like I know Arizona's big. I'm not trying to generalize here, but there is a lot of nice
I
like,
used to live in
hikes and
Mesa.
stuff. Oh, did you really? Okay, interesting.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. South Mountain's right over there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a beautiful area, and so just when you mentioned the mountain bike, I'm like, oh yeah, because I remember as a kid we used to go bike riding there when I'd go and visit. My grandparents live here, but they would go there like during the winter when it was a little bit warmer, right? So out there.
Okay,
So
snowbirds.
yeah, snowbirds,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
on the canal. Were you on the canal? Is that where you
They
rode your
were in
bike?
like a retirement community. It's my grandparents, right? So they were kind of, I don't know exactly where, what, I'd have to look it up. I'll message you
Okay.
later. I don't want people to know the location, but it was, it was somewhere, pretty close to everything. And it was a cool part of my childhood getting to go down there. Like, I think every
That's
spring break we used to go down. So
yeah. You should come down sometime, man. We
there you
hang
go.
out
I'd
or
love
whatever.
to. These damn COVID
Yeah.
restrictions, once they ease up, I'll be back to Arizona
Oh
for sure.
yeah,
I love
yeah.
it out there.
Canada. Didn't
It's,
George
it,
St. Pierre? He couldn't like. I thought he was saying something about Canada or something.
It's just the PCR testing right now. Like if you want to go to the US and you want to stay longer than like 24 hours, I think they even changed it now where you can't even do that, but you have to pay like $200 US just to travel down there for just a test. Even if you're vaccinated, all that stuff, it's kind of crazy. But anyways,
Yeah.
people don't want to hear about that. Just kind of letting you know, but it's UFC 271 coming up here, February 12th. Kyler, always appreciate the time, man. Anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media, I'll give you the last word.
Man, absolutely nobody. No, I'm just kidding. Damn, just my parents and my grandpa and people at my gym, John Crouch, Hanchi Nico, the people around me. It's just been awesome. So yeah, that's about it. Just my
There you
little
go.
small circle.